Alright, YouTube, today we're gonna do as y'all can see, he had a burst fade at first. He was gonna burst fade with the V in the back, but we're gonna transition this into a taper, a nice little taper, and we're gonna do a design in the back. But I'm not gonna show you the design, I'm just gonna show you the taper, and he's gonna get a high taper on the sides. But I'm just gonna show y'all how to do the back taper, just break it down for y'all, and I'm about to get into it. Alright, in the back, people usually start off with their trimmers, but the problem that people have, that problem that people run into eventually, when we set it in with our trimmers, we'll eventually have to take out this line, this first initial guideline. So we're not going to do it with the trimmers, just to make that first initial guideline kind of easy for us to take out. So we're going to set in the first guideline with this, but first, we're going to debulk everything, because how we're going to set in the guideline, we can't see what's going on all under here. So first we're going to debulk with a number 3 guard. And we're going to do a lever all the way open. All the way open is like this. All the way closed is like this. This leaves less hair, this leaves the most hair. And when it's thick like this, you kind of want to get a comb. I got a brush comb. This helps a lot, so you know I could just boom, boom, transition like that. But we're going to debulk everything first. And we're going to flick out whenever we debulk. That's all we're doing, is we flicking out with our number 3 guard with the lever all the way open. And that's it right there. And as y'all can see, as we flicked out with the number 3 guard, it do have a little weight line right here. You can simply do that. You can use any comb, but I will use one of these combs, order one of these combs, and all you do is clip over comb. For clip over comb, what you want to do, it's not really right here that's making the weight. Because see, if I do this, all that is good, but it's the hair all the way up here that's making the weight right here. So all you want to do is get this and flick out a little bit, turn the comb a little bit, and whenever these little hairs start to disappear from out the comb, that's when you want to stop, and everything above that, you want to cut that off. And that's basically what clip over comb is. Taking out the weight lines. And I use clip over comb just to get the shape or whatever. For everything else, to blend all that, the rest of that in, I'm gonna use shears. So all this not gonna be gone, this just to get all that heavy weight, and all this gonna be taken out with shears. Now to start our tape off for that first guideline, we're gonna close the lever all the way and just go up. We're gonna go up to about right here. Not too high. See, all this is disconnected from right here to right here because of the V part, but all this is going to be connected once we start fading all this in. We're just going to start to connect once we fade all that in. You want to make sure everything is even in a nice line. Now we're going to start our fading process. Now the first thing we're going to do, open up the lever all the way. Right there, and just go up. When you go up, you want to go up about half of your clipper blade. Half of your clipper blade, or right here where the clipper blade starts to curve, with the teeth in there. That's how kind of how you want to go up. So I would say right there. And I am slightly flicking out a little bit just so, because it is slightly still some weight. Whenever you set it in your back taper, you want to make sure everything is even and both sides look identical. That's how you get a nice clean taper or a nice clean fade. It's the same thing with everything. Now we're going to start closing on level, which is fading down. Boom. Every time we close the level, we're going down. We're fading into right here, which was the level all the way closed. A little bit more. Right there. Thank you. All the way open. Close it. 1. And that's all we're doing is just fading down. We're not worrying about nothing else on top of him. Fading down. Head a little bit better. Right here, all the way down. And if y'all follow these steps work on any hair texture. So y'all could be confident. Whenever somebody walked through the door, somebody new, with different hair texture, you don't have to worry about switching up your steps or anything. Because this works with literally anybody, any hair texture. You ain't gotta be scared or nothing like that. And I'm just detailing right now the edge of my clipper blade. Now we're gonna start to do, we're gonna take our 3 guard and we're gonna fade down. This was the level all the way open. We're gonna fade down from a 3 guard all the way down to a 2, a 1.5, and a 1 guard and a half guard right between these two. And that should fade everything. And while you're flicking out, you want to keep that same exact flick out motion no matter what guard you use. It's kind of like with straight hair, you know, hair like this. All it is, the best way I could put it, it's kind of like hovering over the hair. You're not pressing into it, you're just slightly just hovering over it like this. Close the level. Every time we close the level, we go down. Close the level, go a little bit more down. It might look like I'm way up here, but the blade stops right here. And these teeth are way up here. This is what y'all seeing way up here. But I'm actually stopping around this area. Just if that confuse y'all, because I know that confuses, it used to confuse me, how Bob used to show. Them going way up there, like, man, he's still in the same spot, but he's actually going down. Cause y'all, this is what's cutting the hair. This is not what's cutting the hair. This is a comb, basically combing through the hair, so your clippers can cut it. Or stopping your clipper from cutting the hair that you know that you don't want to cut. That's why I got guards. Why they got a 2 guard, 3 guard, and it goes up to prevent the hair from cutting too low. All the way close. We want to keep that same exact shape. We going off of this right here, this straight line. We're gonna do that same exact straight line all the way up throughout the hair. And I'm just taking out any imperfections that I see, or that I think I see. I gotta get used to talking while I'm doing stuff. Can't be nervous no more, man. When you're trying to reach levels, you can't be nervous. Alright, we're stepping down with our 2 guard. Boom, level all the way open. Basically, we're fading down. As soon as I hear, I kind of already have a reference point of where I've been at. But as soon as I hear that clipper cut, I'm not going no higher. I'm flicking out right then and there. As soon as I hit a clip of cut. Boom. Closing. Close. And this is with our 2 guard. Close. All the way close. And y'all, I just got these low pros. These low pros work pretty good. Now we gonna move on to the half guard. But these low pros do pretty good. Every time we move to a new guard, we start with the lever all the way open. Every single time. A little bit more down, right there. Boom. Flicking out as soon as we hit a haircut. Flicking out, not touching nothing higher than that. I don't know if y'all can see on this side, but that side we're doing the same exact thing. Close. Close it some more. This is gonna be a real nice clean tape. I don't know if y'all can see it already. Make sure the camera rolling. I'm talking. Close the lever some more. Remember, everything we do, we flicking out. Now we're not going this high. As y'all can see, we started way up and now we way down here with the lever closed on the 1.5 guard. Close the lever a little bit more. Y'all, once y'all find the system, everything becomes easy and smooth no matter who comes. Everything is a lot easier once you have the system down. And it's probably like one of the easiest and most simplest systems on YouTube, guaranteed. And then it works for every single hair texture. Now we with our 1 guard and we flicking out. Now with our 1 guard on straight hair, I like to use the 1 guard. It's kind of my favorite part, because now you start to see the fade come all the way together. Because all this big giant line at the bottom, it starts to slowly disappear. And remember, we hovering over the head, boom, barely touching it. We letting the clipper do all the work. You ain't gotta press down. You're heavy-handed. You ain't gotta press down. Lever close. Not all the way closed, but just 1 notch closed. Close it some more. Every time we close it, we go down more. Close it some more. And if you don't get it your first time, it just takes a little bit of with this system, you're just not gonna wake up and just start doing it, but over time this system will help y'all a lot. Boom, look at the table. What's up, y'all? Now to knock out this last bit, we're gonna do our smallest guard, the half guard, all the way over. More down, right there. And we're just gonna flick all in this area. Right now I don't feel like it's cutting anything, but we're gonna still do our same exact process. Same exact steps, and we're just gonna keep following through. Close it. It's gonna eventually cut. Once we get to that right area that we want. Then at a certain level, you open it halfway. And you just use the corners to detail, and you just point cut. Detailing is the same thing as point cutting. It's just two different names for it. That's all we're doing is detailing, and then you take your blade off, leave it all the way open, and use the corner of your teeth, the corner of your blade, and you detail some more. Just getting all these little imperfections out. Now we're gonna go ahead and line it up. Finish the rest of the taper. Then I'm gonna show myself lining the tapers up, and then show y'all what it looked like at the end. Alright. Now we're gonna do the line up for the back taper, kind of tilt your head almost. And all we're doing is connecting right here, going up. The lineup always brings everything together. And all this excess hair from the taper is kind of still down. I kind of leave all this down when I'm doing the taper. It helps me do the taper more. And you're going to hold the ear down with our pointer finger and just go around. It's kind of like one of them little, I don't know if y'all use them things with pencils in school, but it's kind of like that. Taking all that off. Now we're going to brush down and go back over it. Real easy, real simple. Don't take a lot of time. And that's it right there for the neck line up. Alright, when we do this other side right here, we kind of want to make sure it's even with this side. So we're probably going to bring it right there. And then we're going to step back, look at it, make sure it's even, which it is, and then we're going to finish it. And the reason why you want to make sure both sides are identical is because it just makes the taper look a lot more clean in the ending. Makes everything look a lot more sharper and a lot more clean if everything's even. Put all this on. And I'm doing this video in real time, for real. Every time I do a new step, I'm just switching. And I'm doing it pretty fast while turning the camera off and recording it again, for real. So this is basically real time. So however long this video is, that's how long it took to do the back taper and the sides. It's a pretty quick process. Yep. Knock off all this excess hair. We're gonna take this white pencil and kind of outline the outside of his lineup. We're not pressing down hard, we're just doing it lightly. Trying to get it at an angle where y'all can see. But what you want to do after you do that, you don't want to leave it there. A lot of people leave it there. To me that looks ugly. You want to brush it. You ain't even got to use the clipper all over again. Just brush it in. Boom. Just like that. And it leaves a nice little line, a nice little white perimeter line, and you can barely see it. Boom. To knock off this hair at the top, what we're going to be doing is using our shears. These not our blending shears, these are regular shears. Hold your head down a little bit. Just to get this weight out, line out right here, right there. We're going to take our shears, angle it a little bit out, slightly, and just cut like that. till all that blends in. Boom, and then once we have a nice clean, kind of like a little rough draft of everything, and everything is nice and laid in the right spot. This is why you need both pairs of shears. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna take our blending shears, which are these with the teeth like this. Let me see if y'all can see. Y'all can see. And what I like to do is 1, 2, 3. That's what I like to do. 1, 2, 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3. And blending shears is not really going to cut a lot of hair. All it is just blending the, kind of making it a little bit more smoother. And really there's no way, you're not like digging in there, nothing like that. You're just lifting the hair up, going off the edge of the hair. And that's it. That is it. Alright. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
Okay, alright, so love you.
I wish the camera focused. Every time you move somebody, the camera will unfocus. Alright, I hope y'all boys enjoyed the video. It's HYB. If you're not handling your business and what you're doing, and we out.